Hey there, Pyromaniacs. This is a bit of a weird one, I gotta say. I wasn't expecting to do this. I'm just kind of doing this on a whim. I haven't done an unscripted video in a very long time for very obvious reasons. I can't talk worth anything. But I decided that, you know, tier lists are kind of becoming a cool hip thing now. And I decided, hey, I really like Doom. If you haven't been able to tell by the tons of videos that I have made where I've gushed about how much I love Doom and how often I use Doom gameplay in my videos, I really like Doom. So I decided to make a tier list of all of the Doom games that have released on like console and PC, because there are mobile Doom games. There are mobile Doom games. Doom Resurrection, which is like this kind of rail shooter thing. Which you can't play anymore, it's off the market, but like, you know, Doom, there are like these RPGs and stuff, there's like weird stuff on like mobile, but I'm not counting those, I'm just counting the ones that are on PC and console. None of the mods, none of the brutal Dooms or any of that stuff, just the ones published by id. So, without further ado, let's get into this. Let's see. From S through F, S-A through F, let's go. Let's start with Doom 1, the original, the OG, S tier. Straight up S tier, come on. It's the first one. We already got an S tier right now. It's the first one, it set the groundwork, it set in motion, just in terms, I'm already stumbling over my words, just in terms of influence alone, the original Doom, I don't think that first-person shooters would be the way that they are today if it weren't for Doom. Because it set in motion just so many different elements that we see in first-person shooters to this day. We wouldn't have, you know, any of these others if it weren't for this first one, and it's just a great game, man. I still go back. I don't replay video games often. I've replayed Doom on several occasions. I just can't get enough of that game. I cannot get enough of the original Doom. So, S tier right off the bat. Now we're on to Doom 2, and I gotta say, I'm not a fan. That's gonna get so many people mad at me, but I am not a fan of Doom 2. I don't think the level design holds up very well. That's the thing. Like, they tried to make, like, urban landscapes and stuff like that, and I'm just not a fan of that. I feel like they didn't really age well. Once again, so many people are gonna get mad at me about this. So many people are gonna be mad at me for saying this. But I don't know. I don't know what it is. I think it's me. It's just me. Alright? Just for whatever the reason, I'm not a fan. I also feel like the super shotgun is just a waste of ammo. Gosh, so many people are gonna be mad at me about this. But like, I just feel like Doom 2 is not a bad, that's the thing. Doom 2 is not a bad game. I still like Doom 2, I just think it's not as good as Doom 1. And the stuff that it added on, I don't think really, I don't think it was very, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I just don't like Doom 2 as much as Doom 1. So I'm gonna put it at like a B tier. I'm gonna put it at a B tier. Yeah, I'm doing that. Burn me at the stake right now, man. I didn't think that it added enough, you know? Final Doom, I haven't played a lot of Final Doom. I haven't played the PC version of Final Doom, and I've only played a little bit of the PlayStation version of Final Doom on an emulator, and from what I understand, the PlayStation version and the PC versions are very different in just difficulty. Because on PC, it's supposed to be, like, the hardest of all the Doom games. So, from what I can tell, it's essentially like the Mario in the Last Levels kind of deal, but for Doom 2. And because I haven't really played it, I feel like I shouldn't even have it on this list, but I'm ranking every Doom game despite how much I've played of it. So I'm putting it at a C tier. I'm putting it at a C tier, just because I haven't really played much of it, and from what I did play, I wasn't impressed. Doom 64. Doom 64 is an interesting one. Doom 64... I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I can do with this. Because I actually haven't played very much of Doom 64 either. Although, I have played a lot of Doom 64 EX, which is a modded version of Doom 64, a fan-made port of Doom 64 to PC, which gives it all the bells and whistles that you would expect from a PC game. So it's Doom on the N64, but with all the stuff that you would expect from Dooms 1 and 2 and Final Doom. So here's my thing, like, I'm judging Doom on the Nintendo 64, not Doom 64 EX. So the thing is, I really like Doom 64 EX. I actually think it's my favorite Doom game. I think the level design is fantastic. I think that the new kind of darker atmosphere, I really like that. But first-person shooters on the N64 are terrible. Even GoldenEye hasn't really aged that well. So I can't in good conscience put this at like an S tier or an A tier like I would if I were talking about Doom 64 EX, just because I'm dealing with the Nintendo 64 version here. So I'm gonna have to put it at like kind of a... I'm not doing the whole thing that Bryn Daniel did with his Mountain Dew video, to where he like did like in-betweens. I'm trying to stop. I'm trying to not do that, do like an A- or something. I'm gonna put it at a B tier, right next to Doom 2, just on control schemes alone. If I were doing the fan conversion for putting it on PC, it would hands down be at least like an A or an S. But because I'm doing the Nintendo 64 version, I have to put it like a B tier, just because of the controls. Doom 3... Okay. I'm gonna put it at E tier. I'm gonna put it E tier, alright? I'm gonna put it E tier. Because, yeah, it's just... I don't know, I mean, it's not bad, that's the thing. It's not a bad video game, it's just not Doom. It's not a bad video game, it's just not Doom. It tried to be System Shock, and System Shock is not Doom. I love System Shock, you know, System Shock, BioShock, those are still great games, but it's not Doom. It's just, I don't know. So it's going in an E tier, not an F tier. I don't think any of these games are going to be F tier, but definitely an E tier. Definitely an E tier, just on the fact that it's not bad. It's not bad, but like the flashlights, the combat is very slow. It doesn't feel like Doom. It just doesn't feel like Doom. So I'm putting it in the E tier. I don't think any of these are going to be F tier. None of these are F tier. But it's, you know what? I don't think I'm going to put any of these at D tier either. So it's going to be D tier. It's going to be D tier. Nothing is an E, nothing is an F. Nothing's that bad. But Doom 3 is a D tier just because it's just barely a Doom game. It's just barely a Doom game. Multiplayer is pretty good, though. Doom 3 BFG Edition fixed a lot of things from Doom 3. It fixed a lot of things from Doom 3. It fixed a lot of things from Doom 3. How many times am I going to say that? How many times am I going to say that? The flashlight, you don't have to, like, switch out your weapons to go to the flashlight anymore. Obviously, it looks nicer, and also, it comes with Dooms 1 and 2. So it's just all in all a good, you know, you got some bang for your buck. So I'm gonna put Doom 3 BFG Edition once again at B tier. A lot of these are B tier. Just because it's still Doom 3. At the end of the day, it's still Doom 3. It's just a better version of Doom 3, and plus the Lost episode is pretty good. So there's that. And then Doom 2016, A tier. Come on, it's a complete return to form to Doom. It's a modernization of the Doom formula while also still feeling like a Doom game, which is more than you can say about Doom 3. So right there, Doom 2016 takes A. This is the final. This right here is the final. This is my final tier list. S tier is Doom, A tier is Doom 2016, B tier is like almost half of the franchise right here, C tier, Final Doom, D tier, Doom 3. pretty simple stuff. Pretty simple. I wish I had more to say, but yeah, this is it. This is, you know, thanks for watching. If you like this video, then don't forget to leave a like and maybe become a pyromaniac yourself by subscribing. Until next time, stay nerdy, my friends.